Greetings, dear Virgo. Welcome to Tifa's Tarot, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to go ahead and take a peek at your tarot reading. We're just pulling out some general energy that's going to be themed for our season. And today we are in Leo season. Brr, 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 brr. So Leo season is from July 22nd until August 22nd. And in this season, first of all, we're in a Mercury retrograde, so be very careful about your communication and just miss any misunderstandings and just trying to be as patient as you can with any difficulties with technology, travel, communication that might occur during this time. All right. Please do check out. I will link the video to my astrological forecast for Leo season. So go ahead and check that out as well if you want to have a little bit more detailed explanation of all the astrological planetary happenings or changings that are occurring in Leo season. All right, let's go ahead and get into your reading. We are going to be using the Neoteric Feminine Tarot to pull your messages for you, Virgo. And then we are going to end the reading with a card from the Chakra Insight Oracle. Just check out where the energy center in your body that has an accompanying message that might be helpful for you. Okay, let's get into it. Let's first set the intention. This is for the sign of Virgo. So if you have Virgo and is in your sun, your moon, or your rising, then it is my sincerest intention that this reading may resonate with you in some capacity and that you're able to receive these messages and apply them to your life only and always for your highest good. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, dear Virgo. So we are first looking at what is the major theme of Leo season for you, dear Virgo? What is the major theme of Leo season for our Virgos? What is the major theme of Leo season for Virgos? Show me the major theme of Leo season for Virgo. Show me the major theme of Leo season for Virgo. Ooh, Virgo. First of all, Ten of Swords. What's going on? All right. Let's clarify that though before we get any information. Let's clarify Ten of Swords, please, for Virgo. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Look, Virgo, I'm sensing that you are coming to the end of a difficult time, a difficult period. Okay. Things are really getting to get set right with you. Now, this Ten of Swords talks about a failure of some sort, right? It's grief. It's just like, oh God, that hurts, right? It's a disappointment. It's a dead end. It's like you just feeling like, dang, that really sucks. Like, I can't believe that happened. Okay. So that's your main energy here. But I feel now, I don't know if this has to do with perhaps there's something like legal involved in this because you do have the justice here. So this could be a court case. This could be a divorce. This could be something that this could be a business filing, right? This could have something to do with the law or legality that's also involved in it. Now, if it's not, it could also just mean that because justice is also about like leveling out the scales as well. So this is just like karma, consequences. Okay, this is things leveling out, right? So it's almost like, the wheel of fortune isn't here, but it's like what comes up must come down, right? What goes up must come down in that sense. So at some point, right, the scales, right, the scales of the justice really want us to be able to harmonize and want us to be able to show some accountability and a truth in a matter. Okay. But I feel that whatever is happening is not going to get worse. Like whatever has happened, it's happened. And that's was as bad as it's going to get. Okay. So I feel that Leo season now, like you're kind of in recovery mode because I do see you being quite, honestly, like feeling like you're on the up. You're like, okay, I'm so glad that that's over because the star is all about feeling revitalized. It's about feeling hopeful. It's honestly about like just healing perhaps after a difficult situation and just feeling like really inspired now. Okay. So even though this started out as being quite negative and you undergoing something that was quite difficult to deal with, I'm feeling like it's being set right. And you actually are feeling like quite inspired, right, at this particular time. Like Leo season helps you feel that way. Be careful of indulging in any substances, right? Because that Seven of Cups could indicate like partaking in too much alcohol or weed or, you know, I mean, just like escaping reality in a sense. Okay. So being careful that you're not doing that in some way. But then you just want to have like a clear mind and that you're not, you don't have like these illusions or fantasies, right? Or wishful thinking. Because it kind of will deter you from making important decisions that you really need to make, right? And you'll just find yourself like in this cycle of just doing the same thing over, okay? So that's the theme, all right, of Leo season for you. Now, let's get into how can you express yourself this season? How can Virgos express themselves this season? Let's get into it. How can Virgo express themselves? Okay. All right. Okay, well, Virgo, let's go ahead and discuss how you can express yourself during the season. And what we have for you is this Ace of Pentacles, right? Which is really just asking you to find space, right? Find time, find space for really seeking out new opportunities, right? And new opportunities that not just necessarily for money or for a job, but new opportunities that make you feel good, right? That bring this feeling of idealistic energy to you. Because I do feel there could be a tendency, or you could be very prone to some melancholy, some depressive states, feeling a little bit discontent, okay? And I do think it might have something to do with this original energy of this Ten of Swords, where you're just like feeling a little bit down, feeling a little bit hurt about any disappointments that you've gone through, okay? And so you can really express yourself by like looking for new ways, looking for new opportunities to be more idealistic. So I do feel like that you're doing that intuitively is just something that you know that you have to do to make yourself feel better at this particular time. Now, let's go ahead and look into what area of your life needs an upgrade. Okay. So what area of Virgo's life needs an upgrade? What area of Virgo's life needs an upgrade? Okay. And you've got the World, changing chapters, moving on, new chapters starting. Okay. You've got the Queen of Swords. And you've got the Two of Wands. So simply put here, I do feel like there is something, there's a finality that you're experiencing. I feel like if it didn't happen in Leo season, it happened maybe perhaps it's fresh. It happened maybe the season before. But I do feel like there's something that's come to an end here and it's really ushering you kind of into a new chapter. And so it is really just asking you to approach this new chapter that you're undergoing, not with the same lens of what you've been under, and that you're really going to have to detach some of your emotional attachments or your mental attachments to a situation and really being able to be objective about the coming in with a new perspective, right? And really being like quite constructively critical about what this new beginning looks like for you, okay? And you do that by really examining the happenings of like what caused this ending, what caused the end of this chapter here, okay? And it's really just going to be helpful for you to be able to plan out what you want to do. Because this Two of Wands is all about like, what are the first steps, right? It's like you literally with a pen and a paper, you writing down what decisions that you need to make, what risks, what are the risk factors of what you're undergoing, and how can you leave where you are, like if you're this level of comfort, to really like start something new, right? But it requires a little bit of planning, right? And so I feel like in that area, you really need a jump start with just really not being complacent. It's not being complacency and not doing a whole lot and staying in that same place is not really going to help you. I'm really getting this energy in Leo season where you're really being forced in a sense to get out of your comfort zone. And even though it's disappointing, you're being forced to, even like I said earlier, look for opportunities to just be more idealistic and more positive about what you want life to look like after this has happened. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and look for what are some useful actions that you can take this season. What are useful actions? What are useful? Oh my gosh. What are useful actions for Virgo this season? What are useful actions for Virgo this season? Okay, you've got the Ten of Wands. You've got the Moon. And the Five of Swords. Virgo, I'm getting the sense that you're really in your head a lot. I feel like you are really like shouldering a lot of burden here, right? Because that Ten of Wands is just like having a lot of responsibility, just feeling like a little bit overwhelmed with all of the things that you have to do. You could be feeling like you're just getting burnt out, right? And you just don't know how to proceed. Um, but I do feel with this moon, this is really like asking you to, that you could be feeling like very uncertain about things, right? But that to me indicates that you're very much in your mind. You're in your mind space, right? You're going back and forth, right? Because that Five of Swords is going back and forth with what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, right? But with this, what both of these cards tell me is that there is a lot of mental energy here, okay? And there's not really enough movement. And so you could be feeling overburdened by the thoughts that you're having at this particular time. So, my advice, I would say, really get active on a physical level with kind of like moving through your problems, making like a task list or a goal list of what you want to do, perhaps on a daily basis. Just start with something daily. So, and that could just like as you're acting out your objectives for the day, it just gives you time to really kind of focus in on those actions and not ruminate over what's happening in your head. All right. So those are going to be some useful actions because I do see you being really, really stuck in your headspace at this time. So let's go ahead and just end this with a little bit of advice from the Chakra Insight Oracle. Let's get some advice for Virgo. Let's get advice for Virgo. All right. Your advice is to focus on your crown chakra, okay? Now, let me just go ahead and read about the crown chakra. Crown chakra is right on the top of your head there. All right, so the crown chakra highlights spirituality, energy, connection with the divine, pure awareness, enlightenment, fulfillment, cosmic consciousness, the absolute, grace, inner quest, and intelligence. Okay, so please repeat after me with the following affirmation. I am one with the divine. I am connected to the source of infinite knowledge. I accept divine guidance in my life's journey. All right. So that's what I got for you, dear Virgo. I hope this was helpful for anyone who listened to this message in its entirety. My name is Tifa. I do tarot. If you like the way that I do tarot, consider booking me for personal reading. You can find more information in the About section of the channel. And please do comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know if this reading resonated with you. I'd like to have that interaction. And love you, Virgo. I hope you have a blessed rest of your Leo season. Bye.